So if you're thinking about starting a website, and let's say that maybe you don't like WordPress for whatever reason, and maybe you're just looking for something different, I think that it was maybe a year or two ago that I really started playing around with Weebly, which is similar to Wix or Squarespace, which both are just as friendly to use. I just got hooked on Weebly and have been using it, and it's what I know the best. And so I wanted to give an alternative option to WordPress. If you're really going to go SEO heavy, which we don't cover a whole lot in this course, again, if you're interested, we have people to connect you with who can help with SEO if that's something that you really want to add to your brand or your business. But I found the biggest pain point was just making websites look how people wanted them to look. And so I found Weebly to be very user-friendly. And why I'm doing this quick, brief intro is that I actually recorded a video a while ago, maybe a month ago, for a group. And I think it might have even been the Healthcare Digital Marketing Group when we just started up. And I just want to give a little preface that it just kind of cuts right into starting with creating a Gmail account. So assuming that you know how to make a Gmail account, if you don't, just go to Gmail, Google Gmail, sign up, and you will be able to create a Gmail account. You just have to put in your name, your phone number, and it'll verify you it'll text you a code to verify that you signed up, and you put that in, and then you have a Gmail account. Or you can add a different email, any email you have, you can go in and add. It just starts with assuming that you literally have nothing and we're building a website. So in this example of how to build a Weebly website, we're talking about a website that I found online of a physical therapy clinic that I thought could use some help or maybe be updated. And so I did this as a trial or just an experiment of showing people how you can use Weebly in like 25 to 40 minutes and create a nice, clean looking website. So send questions if you want more detailed instructions on Weebly. Again, this is sort of the how-to course. I wanted to just give you an alternative example of building a website than WordPress. I think Weebly is super user-friendly. It doesn't have all the nuts and bolts that WordPress has, but in terms of making it clean and very easy to use, I think it's incredible. So just want to give you a heads up. We're going to dive right in and get right down to business. So what we're going to do is we're going to log out of Weebly here. Log out of my account, I should say. And what we're going to do is we're going to log in, and we're going to sign up. We'll go trial PT website, trial PT website 1 at gmail.com. And then we just make up any password. Sign up for free. So guys, you're in. So for example, what's interesting to me is like what I would consider doing for that Anchor PT website that we saw is I would actually consider building a website right now for them within probably an hour, hour and a half, taking images. If I could find their logo online, I will, and create a website for them and say, hey, I noticed that your guys' website was a little lacking. I built one for you. It's much easier to sell than, hey, would you be willing to pay me to build your website? Yes, it would be time involved, but these things I'll show you here in a minute. It's going to take less than a half an hour to build a website. So, do you want to sell online? For this case, I'm just going to say no. We just want a basic place where you can go to learn more about our services. So you can choose, Weebly has tons of different platforms. You can choose, these are different templates that you can look at. I really enjoy having, at least your logo at the top somewhere. So let's just say for this one, we'll do this. So I'm going to show you, we're going to create a fake website for a PT clinic right now, really quick. Let's see, start editing. And we can get in. So I'm going to create a mock version of Anchor PT. We'll just do that. I'm going to create a mock version of Anchor PT. We're going to call this Anchor Physical Therapy Pittsburgh.weebly.com. Cool. So if you go through it, it'll kind of walk you through just like most things. I'm just going to show you exactly what we can do. So Weebly is so cool. I can just literally click on things and type in Anchor Physical Therapy. So what's cool about Weebly is it's really intuitive. I can drag and drop things. You know, if I wanted to add text, right? So let's say I wanted to add just some wording right above this. I can just drag text. Boom, there's text. Let's say I wanted to go on the right of this. So you just kind of follow this blue little tab. It'll show up right to the right. Boom. Now it's right on the right side. And you can play around with that. And so there will be some trial and error time. It'll probably be the thing that'll take you the longest is getting used to it. But I'll walk you through. I'm going to just walk through exactly how I would do this. So one place I like to go for images is I like to go to pexels.com. Unsplash.com as well is amazing. It's got the most beautiful, free, stock-free photos you can find. There's just not as many as Pexels has. So I love Unsplash. I tend to use Pexels just because there's more. So what I'm going to do is say clinic. All right, so these are all dentists. I don't really want dentists. I want something that might convey more like PT-oriented kind of stuff. So just kind of browsing, looking for something that might fit what we need. You know, maybe we'll do gym. This is a cool picture. It gives the idea of strength. You know, eventually what you can do then is say, you know, I just put in generic pictures if you were to reach out to this company. Like if I were to reach out to Anchor and say, just put in generic stock photos. If you guys have updated pictures of your place, or if you'd want to pay me to come take pictures of your place, we could definitely make that happen. I'm just going to title this Anchor because I'm terrible at organizing. Anchor cover photo. Save it to my desktop. Oh, please never, never follow how I do desktop organization. It's terrible. But we're going to go back to Weebly. It's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I just want you to do over here. Cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to edit background. I'm going to replace this image. I'm going to upload a photo. And I think I'd put it in as anchor cover photo. Boom. And then, sorry guys, my video's everywhere. Scroll this down. Save. Cool. Now let's say I want this to, I don't really want this to say let's play fetch because that doesn't make a lot of sense anymore. So it looks like there's kind of dividing the space. I want this to be kind of more in the middle. Awesome. So what's cool about Weebly too is like, I don't really want this to be right over her because she's probably the thing that people will catch their eye to. So I want to add some space, kind of raise this up. There we go. Going to do. No, here's what we'll do. We'll just do Anchor PT. We can talk about changing colors. I just want to show you how we can make this look better, right? So then what I'm going to do is, what's cool about Weebly is you can just add in a section. The section is kind of a pre-built template that you can go through. So let's say the first thing we wanted to do was highlight our services. So let's say we wanted to do Sometimes I think the menu stuff is cool. Cool. So I don't really want this to be in the background, so what we'll do is I'm just going to change it to color. Cool. Color to white. And change all this to black. We don't need all of this stuff. Just delete. Because I'm just walking you through how we can make this look as neat as quickly as possible. I'm just deleting more text box than we need. Cool. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go services. Boom. Just the black. I'm gonna go. Let's go with. We'll call it manual therapy. Go with, just trying to think of common things that people would want to go to physical therapy for. Let's go with, you know, I'm not going to go very evidence-based here, but we'll add in some ultrasound. We'll add in, let's just say they had a whirlpool. Do the same thing over here. We're going to go, let's say, massage therapy. Go with, you know, strengthening programs, ACL, rotator cuff recovery. And then we'll go with like, oh, I don't even know. Myofascial release. Cool. So I don't really like the way that looks, to be honest. So I might change it. We're just gonna go through here. In fact, I think what I'll do is I would just do this. Center all of that. All right, so maybe not the most beautiful looking thing right there. But I would say it looks cleaner, it looks simpler, it looks cleaner than what they had before. And if I had more time, I'd probably make that section a little bit better. But I think it's good enough for now, for that. So, you know, what we could do then is, let's say, I can just come right into this. I can edit and say, do you have any of the following? You can go low back pain, arthritis, neck pain, headaches, balance problems. What we can do is just add like a big bold statement. We solve problems at Anchor PT. Shout out to Paul Goff on being a problem solver. We'll make that bold. We can make it bigger if we want to. We could even say we solve your problems at Anchor PT. We can change colors. Blue, people associate blue with positivity, so throw in some blue. Cool, so now we could add in different pictures. I don't know what I have on my desktop. We could do something like highlight someone from our clinic so you could see who it was. Let's say this is my buddy Nick, who hosts the podcast with me. Recently just added some stuff. So let's say, meet Dr. Nick. Nick is a world-renowned physical doctor of physical therapy with 4 months of experience working in the Philadelphia region. Shout out to Nick, who is technically not a world-renowned doctor of physical therapy, but he does have 4 months of experience and he is in the Philadelphia region. Nick has taken vast amounts of courses in manual therapy and myofascial release. That's relatively true. And then what we can do is, let's say I just want that to be the highlight. We'll do that. Weebly will automatically try to organize it. Let's see. We do something like, oops. Call for a session with Nick today. Call to book a session with Nick, right? And eventually that's going to lead us to we'll just make this a link to our contact page. Cool. So we've got all that. Let's go. Gosh, I don't really like how any of this looks here. I'm going to get rid of this services stuff. Or maybe what I'll do is I'll do this. Since Anchor's background is blue, I'm just messing around now, guys, trying to figure out how I would do this. I prefer to keep color scheme simple. I really don't like the way any of this looks. I'm gonna go back. So that's the hardest thing, is kind of figuring out what's your own style, how do you like things. But that's all for you guys. You can play around, figure out what it is that you like. Just hope that this shows you a little bit of what you can do. So meet Dr. Nick. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to add in so, if Nick was featured in different podcasts and stuff or whatever, we could add this stuff here, or things that they've been featured in, or different services they provide. We can do that. I'm just going to delete a lot of this stuff. In fact, one of the cool things with Weebly is if I just click on the big thing, I can just delete the entire section. Right? So I'm just going to delete this entire section. What I'm going to add in a section where you can locate this clinic. And so what we're going to do is cool. So Weebly lays a lot of this out, and what we'll do is we're going to do save call to book a session with Nick, and then I don't really, you can have someone email, call us at, we'll go 444 444 444 dark. And then I can type in or email us through the contact form below, and we will reach out to you within 24 hours. And then since Nick's in Philly, what we'll do is we'll do Philadelphia, PA. And you can get pretty specific. So like, I know actually Nick is in somewhere called Exton, PA. You can get it down to the exact address if you want. So Exton, PA. Put your address on there, phone number, you know, stop in and see us at, and then you could put in 123 Main Street, Exton, PA, 47845, whatever it is. And then you can have all that stuff if you want. Cool. So within, 15 minutes, we've at least made a relatively clean looking site. Obviously it doesn't have any branding about Anchor PT, and those are images we could add in. But if I'd hit publish, continue, and we go to this, I just want to show you, like, even though it's not, it's not the world's greatest website in terms of if you landed here, all right, so I'd adjust her picture in the way it showed up. Right, none of this looks great. I changed the wording. But what I would say is it does look cleaner than the original one that we went to. This, right, just looks old. You can do this. And so what I'd go back to is, obviously that wasn't how we wanted it. So all right, so just saying, you can learn more and play more with it. Since we're using stock photos, that's all that stuff. And then what I would do is I'd come down to services, right? This is already built into the business side of Weebly. And you can add pictures, right? So we could add like a, we fix headaches. And you can work on whatever language you want to use. Do this, we could do, massage therapy and so forth. So then we could add a third picture, we could add our services. And then at the bottom, we could, just fill this in and be like, patient testimonials, or what our patients are saying about us. And this is where you could take a screenshot of the reviews on Facebook that people have put on, and you could, I don't know if I still have the ones from Karen on here. Let's see, screenshot, I bet I do. Boom. Cool. So that's obviously huge. We don't need that much. But what I can do then is add another image to the side. That makes that smaller. We can add another one, which I think I have another one saved. Could do. I don't know if that's the same one or not. But either way, there you go. You can get two different ones. You know, call us today to book an appointment. And then you could click, change this to book now. We're all just trying to lead them to some page or landing thing that leads them to booking an appointment, right? So you can change the color scheme. I wouldn't even have any of this. I just have a picture of some of the first things that you see. Cool. So obviously we could add this in. We could add a new picture. Since we're this far, let's do it. We'll do sports performance. Could add in text. Whoops. Oh. Cool. And then what you can do, guys, is you can do the exact same thing with the about page. If you want to have an about page, you could just add in a little bit about the person. So if like this was for Nick, put a picture of Nick. Honestly, to be real, you don't even need that right now. You could have it on the home page. So what I would do is I'm just going to delete this. And so then we can go to your contact page. So then again, we can, make this extend PA. Book your appointment now. Call us at, and then cool. So guys, this is just showing you how, if someone has nothing, for example, how great do you think someone thinks this is compared to if they have no website at all, no background? And I could literally publish this now. I know I didn't make it exactly detailed to the point of being finalized, and I'll probably work on it in the meantime before the next video. So as we start building landing pages, we'll kind of show you how I do that through Weebly. But I wanted to, okay, so I had some pictures, but I went to Pexels. All those pictures that I put on here were through Pexels. And what I'm about to do is I'm going to publish this and show you that right now, if I really wanted to, it wouldn't be a good job. I don't think they'd buy it. But I could say, hey guys, I noticed your website wasn't great, so I actually made a new website for you. And I could send them all of this and say, I think it looks a little bit cleaner. Here's my services. All leading people to contacting your page, right? Getting people to call you to book appointments. So obviously I changed some of the details of this page. Obviously I didn't change the color of that text. I'd probably change the backgrounds and the service stuff and maybe have a picture of Nick right away. But that's all more strategy later. This is just to show you that if you were to come across a PT clinic that didn't have anything, or you work at a place that has a really old website, or they're paying thousands of dollars for someone to run their website, you can do this in less than whatever this video took. I'm hoping it's less than half an hour so you aren't completely bored. But that's it, guys. That's it. And there are so many places that don't need fancy websites. They just need something that's clean. And when someone goes there, they're like, ooh, I'm not put off by this. And you can have a clean looking website. So I want to start here. This is step one. This is video one of finding ways to create a side hustle. You know, this right here, if I polish it up and the next time I see you, let's say I'll take another half an hour, 45 minutes to polish it up, change some of this, the way this image looks. And I'll try to get some of their same images. Because this is literally an idea that happened 15, 20 minutes before I jumped on trying to record this. So this wasn't even well thought out. This was just really quick what we can do. Look, I can click on this and it'll take me to my contact page. Boom, call. That's how cool this is. It's something that you can do very quickly. This is why I love Weebly, especially for beginners. It's just drag and drop. You can add things in. WordPress, again, phenomenal. I hope Alex, is going to be our wizard with WordPress. I just want to show you how you get someone started. And so the next few videos, what I'm hoping are going to be landing pages. And then eventually we're going to start running Facebook ads using content that are going to lead people either to this website or to some type of landing page within this website that will then get someone to act on either an offer or a discount. And that's what we're going to be working on. And again, guys, no idea how this is going to play out. I'm going to be trialing a lot of this through Karen's website that I'm working on. We're going to see if we can get her actual clients into her massage studio. And the idea is to scale it to the point that she brings in her other, the masseuse and the reflexologist in her clinic want me to try this as well. And so I'm hoping to be able to do that and then bring this to PT clinics. So I don't know. Let me know if you found any value in this, if it's helpful. This is just video one, kind of how to bare bones. If I were to polish that website up for another half an hour, there's no reason I would not even feel uncomfortable just emailing the clinic owners at Anchor PT or walking in there and saying, I've built something for you. I'd love to sell it to you if you want it. It would be $200, $300. It didn't cost me a single thing. How crazy is that? So let me know. I know website building is not for everyone, but this took a half an hour to an hour. Like that was it. So guys, let me know. Drop a line in the comments. Again, like I said, this is all an experiment. And if there's something else that you want to learn that you're like, that's just not me, I don't even want to put in that time, that's great. Let me know what you want. I just really hope that it helps you see what's possible, just ways that you can help. So if you go into a job interview, if you're a student right now and you're going to go into a job interview and their website is not very good, could you do this in an hour and make them a better website? Automatically you go in and say, I've already built you guys a new website. Just think about how much more attractive you are to get that position or that job. When you walk in on day one and say, actually, I already have more to offer you. I have something to offer you already. It's already built. Those are the kind of things that can get you a job that maybe, even before they ask you serious questions, they're just like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? So that's what this is about, guys. I just really hope that there's some value in this. Again, if not, let me know. Totally fine. I love doing this stuff, so it doesn't matter to me in terms of my time. I would do this anyway, so I love it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll start working on video too about building landing pages, doing some copywriting, how we're going to help try to draw people into this. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope this has some value. Drop a comment whether or not you feel like this could help or not. And maybe we want to go to WordPress and we'll get Alex. Either way, you guys are inspiring Alex and I to just want to go down this path. We view it as our way to financial freedom and the way out of seeing 20, 25 patients a day. So I hope this helps, guys. And as always, take care. You guys rock.